Hola, soy yo, Vicky, otra vez. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Welcome to my channel. Gracias por volver. Thanks for coming back, or maybe it's the first time you've seen this channel, which is interesting because tonight I'm just doing something a little bit different because today is Saturday. Hoy es sábado aquí en España. Well, it's probably Saturday everywhere, sorry. Anyway, but because we've just found out that we've got till at least the 26th of April until we can go out, I thought what I'm going to do is on a Saturday night, I'm going to get dressed up for 8 o'clock for the applause that we give to the essential workers at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to do a YouTube video with cava. So, salud. So, salud is cheers, if you don't know already. Another brindis, as they call it. A brindis is a toast. So, another toast we can do is arriba, abajo, centro, dentro, which is literally up, down, centre, in. So yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm missing going out on a Saturday night for something to eat with my friends and getting dressed up. And I'm sure you ladies, any ladies that are watching this will understand that, and probably men too. I mean, men do like getting dressed up too. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that you don't like getting dressed up. And so yeah, it's you just tend to sort of not bother getting ready. So tonight, I thought that's what I'm going to do every Saturday night until this lockdown finishes. I'm going to get dressed up. I'm going to do a video as normal, but with cava. So it's Espanol con cava. Vale? Maybe you'd like to join me in a drink as well. Maybe not, but what I have realised is I can only do one video. Well, I do one English one and one Spanish one because after just even a couple of sips of cava, I can already feel that I'm a little bit tipsy. So, anyway, so I'm waffling on. I waffle on at the best of times, so it's even worse when I've had a bit of cava. So, okay, so where are we? We're in Break the Language Barrier Level 2. We're on page 100 if you have the book. If you don't have the book, it doesn't matter. You can still follow this tutorial, and especially this one, because really what we're doing is just going over the pronunciation of the different tenses of the verbs that we've been looking at. Now, you do need to know, although you don't need to have done my books or my courses to follow this tutorial, you do have to know present tense, present perfect, preterite and imperfect, because these are the tenses that we're going to revise, and if you haven't done them, you won't know what we're talking about. So if you haven't done them, go back through the videos. There's a tutorial on each of these and some comparison of them, so that will help you follow this. So yeah, we're in the part 3. We've done 2 others before, so it's the verb tables that are in the books. So it's just a reminder, because you can't repeat enough the tenses really, because it's easy to forget, especially if you're not using them every day, which even if you were trying your best to use them before the lockdown, now it's virtually impossible to get out anywhere to actually practice Spanish. So, okay, so I believe we were on page 100, we're on number 13. The verb we're looking at is mirar. Mirar is to watch or to look at. So in this tense, it would be watched or looked at. Sorry, that's in the past tense. Sorry, just ignore me. Present tense. Miró, miras, mira. Miramos, miráis, miran. I look, you look, he, she, it looks. We look, yous look, they look. Present perfect, have looked. So the have verb is has, a, hemos, habéis, an. I won't repeat that for all the others because I presume that you know that, and if you don't know that, you need to look back at the tutorial that explains how we make the present perfect. And then the past participle, looked at or watched, will be mirado, because it's an AR verb, so we take off the AR and we add ado. So, preterite, that was the one that's watched or looked at. That would be mire, miraste, miró, miramos, mirasteis, miraron. Mirar is one of those nice regular verbs all the way through. Imperfect, used to look at, or was looking at, or used to watch, or was watching. Miraba, mirabas, miraba, mirabamos, mirabais, mirabam. Okay, so going on to the next page, page 101, the verb is abrir. Abrir is to open. It's a nice regular verb. I think no, it's irregular in the present perfect. But anyway, it's regular in most of the other tenses. So present tense, I open, you open, etc. Abro, abres, abre, abrimos, abris, abrimos, abris, abren. Okay, and then the present perfect, so the have opened, the opened is abierto, so that is irregular. So not abrido, abierto. Preterite, regular. So that will be opened, I opened. Abrí, abriste, abrió, abrimos, abristeis, abrieron. Imperfect, regular, was opening or used to open. Abría, abrías, abría, abríamos, abríais, abrían. Now the next one, number 15, we're looking at levantarse, a reflexive verb. Again, if you don't know about reflexive verbs, you need to find the tutorial, go back in the videos, find the tutorial for reflexive verbs. Present tense, so levantarse is to get up, so present tense is I get up, etc. Me levanto, te levantas, se levanta, nos levantamos, os levantáis, se levantan. Present perfect now. So these are tricky with the reflexive verbs because not only the little H verb, we have to use the reflexive pronouns. So, me he levantado, te has levantado, se ha levantado, nos hemos levantado, os habéis levantado, and se han levantado. Sorry, sometimes I get it wrong before I've had a drink, so after a bit of cava, it's probably not a good idea in a way, but I just wanted to cheer myself up and cheer everyone else up, so cheers. Salud, digo. Then the preterite is regular, but of course it's reflexive. So this will be I got up. Me levanté, te levantaste, se levantó, nos levantamos, os levantáis, se levantan. Se levantaron. Sorry. Imperfect. I used to get up or I was getting up. Me levantaba, te levantabas, se levantaba, nos levantábamos, os levantabais, se levantaban. Okay, then we've got another reflexive verb. We've got acostarse. Acostarse is the opposite of levantarse. Acostarse is to go to bed. So, present tense, I go to bed. So, me acuesto, diphthong. Te acuestas, se acuesta. Then we lose the diphthong. Nos acostamos. Oh my God. Nos acostamos. Os acostáis, se acuestan. Back to the diphthong. So, a lot of my students, they say, oh, it's great when I've had a drink because I can speak lots of Spanish. I'm totally the opposite. I can speak Spanish without a drink. But so maybe this wasn't a good idea. But anyway, here I am. So, present perfect. Me he acostado. I have gone to bed. Te has acostado. Se ha acostado. Nos hemos acostado. Os habéis acostado, se han acostado. Preterite is regular. Me acosté, te acostaste, se acostó, nos acostamos, os acostáis, se acostaron. Imperfect, again regular. Well, most verbs, remember, are regular in the imperfect, only 3 irregulars. So, me acostaba, te acostabas, se acostaba, nos acostábamos, os acostabais, se acostaban. And what I meant to mention when I was going through the present tense and I said it's a diphthong, again, if you're just coming into these videos and you don't know what a diphthong is, then you really need to look back through the videos and find the video for the diphthongs. Okay, número 17, decir. Now, decir is to say or to tell. Present tense, it's a diphthong and a go-go verb. Again, there's a tutorial on go-go verbs if you don't know what I mean by a go-go verb. So it's digo, I say or I tell. Dices, dice. Decimos, because we lose the diphthong, then it becomes dec. Decís, dicen. Then present perfect, have said or have told. Dicho is the past participle. So I have said, he dicho. Preterite, irregular again. It's one of these that takes a J. There's again, if you look into the irregular tutorial for the preterite verbs, there's, I think it's decir, traer, y conducir. They changed to it. I think there are another couple, but I always just pick out the most common verbs. They take a J. So you've got dije, D-I-J-E, I said or I told. Diciste, dico, dicimos, dicistes, diceron, because they also lose the I from the ending. Normally the ending for they, third person plural, is I-E-R-O-N, but these J verbs, if I can call them that, they lose the I. So it's diceron, not dicieron. Imperfect, it's regular. So, decía, so this would be was saying, was telling, used to tell, used to say. Decía, decías, decía, decíamos, decíais, decían. And then we're going over to page 102, 102, and we've got venir. See, venir is the verb to come. Go-go verb in the present tense. I come, you come, etc. Vengo, and it's also a diphthong. Vienes, viene. Then it's venimos, venís, vienen. Present perfect, it's regular. So, he venido. Yeah, so venido is the past participle. Preterite, irregular. So the stem is vin, V-I-N, vine, viniste, vino. So this is the one where you can always remember it by, say, if you're saying he or she came with wine. So be vino con vino. Yeah, which reminds me. Salud. Sorry for smiling. Yeah, I really do like cava. You might have gathered that by now. Vinimos. Oh, so it's vine, viniste, vino, vinimos, vinistes, viniero. Imperfect, it's regular. Venía, venías, venía, veníamos, veníais, venían. Okay, so number 19, llevar. Llevar is this verb that means so many things. to wear, to carry, to take away. Comida para llevar, which of course we can't go and get takeaway now, though they are doing deliveries a lot of places, so that's quite nice. But so present tense, regular. Llevo, llevas, lleva. Llevamos, lleváis, llevan. Now, I noticed as I was saying that I'm saying it more in a Colombian, South American way, which is this j sound. In Spain, they probably use more of a y sound. Llevo, llevas, lleva. But either is correct. You can't say they're not correct. It's just a slightly different accent as long as you don't say l. So j or y, both fine. Present perfect, regular. He llevado, I have taken, or I have worn. Preterite, regular. So, llevé, llevaste, llevó, llevamos, llevasteis, llevaron. And that, of course, would be I took, or I took away, or I carried. Imperfect, used to take, used to wear, used to carry, was carrying, was wearing. Okay, again, regular. Llevaba, llevabas, llevaba, llevábamos, llevabais, llevaban. Okay, and the last one, pensar, which is to think. And present tense, it's a diphthong, e changing to ie, so it will be pienso, piensas, piensa, pensamos, pensáis, piensan. Present perfect, have thought, he pensado, I have thought, so it's a regular one. Preterite regular, I thought, so yesterday I thought, or last week I thought. Pensé, pensaste, pensó. Pensamos, pensasteis, pensaron. And imperfect, regular again. It's an abababa one. Pensaba, pensabas, pensaba. Pensábamos, pensabais, pensaban. So, as I think I've said before, just repeat these over and over again until you can do them without even thinking. We need to learn these, we need to get these endings firmly entrenched because I'll be moving, well, as far as the YouTube videos are concerned, we're right at the end of level 2. We're going into level 3 where we'll be looking at future tenses as well. So there's more information coming. So it's very important, I think, to make sure you've got those fixed up here before you try and learn anything else, obviously. And every now and again, even when you have got them, especially if you're not practicing every day, and it's different if you know, for me, even if I'm not actually practicing speaking, you know, in class, etc., or with students, with Skype classes, with it, I'm always going over it, reinforcing it, and that's really how I've ended up remembering it. So, you know, if you're not actually doing that, if you're not reinforcing it in that way, you have to keep repeating them. That's just the way it is. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video or found it useful at least. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't have the book but you'd like the book, you can get it on any Amazon site. If you want to see further videos and you haven't already, please press subscribe down there. I have now 220 subscribidores, which is brilliant because I know I do the English videos as well, so it's probably more or less an equal measure of each. I am offering Skype classes while this lockdown is on for €15 an hour. You buy a course of 10 hours, which is like 10 hours private class. And there are details on the website, or you can contact me if you're interested in Skype classes, which of course is, you know, where you can actually ask questions and it's like a private class but just over Skype. I also doing the e-modules, the e-courses, so the details of them are on the website as well. If I'm hoping I do feel quite positive about this though, because things seem to be getting better, and I do feel, at the end of the day, the Spanish government, they're not going to lock down any longer than they have to. So I do have a good feeling about May. I think that maybe it might be May that I can start to do some classes again, actually in the classroom. But I'm not releasing any dates or anything like that, because until I know for sure and we have the go ahead from the government. Pero bien, so enjoy your Saturday night, whatever you're doing. Don't forget to do the applause for the essential workers if you're here in Spain. Every night at 8 o'clock, we all go out on our balconies, etc., and give them a round of applause, which is the least we can do. I mean, if it weren't for the essential workers, and it's not only obviously the doctors and the nurses, it's the police, it's the lorry drivers, it's the supermarket workers, it's cleaners, it's everyone who's making sure that although we might be bored at home, at least we've got the things that we need: internet, TV, etc. So hopefully won't be long before we'll have some more good news. Every day seems to be a little bit better. So stay safe, quédate en casa, y muchas gracias por todo. Thank you for all your support, whether it's from any of you that have signed up for e-courses or Skype classes, etc., or any course you've signed up with me. I appreciate every single person who has supported me in some way. So, arriba, abajo, centro, dentro, y hasta la próxima. Adiós.